Today I want to talk to you about the Holocaust. I'm talking about the Flint, Michigan Holocaust. No one should live in the city of Flint. The good people of Flint, Michigan should have been evacuated years and years ago. The cover-up continues. There has been a media blackout, silence. No one is talking about the water crisis in the city of Flint. Mainstream media news, no news stories, news articles. All of the water pods or water distribution centers throughout the city of Flint, they're gone now. No more clean water, no more cases and cases of water. The people are still dying. They're suffering. They can't drink the water. It's poison. It's full of toxins and cyanide and heavy metals. People are being diagnosed at an epidemic rate with Legionnaire's disease. They're getting rashes all over their body. Their hair is falling out. Those that try to sustain life by drinking the water. The water is as wormwood. The news would have had you believe, along with Flint, Michigan, and I hope someone shares this with Flint, Michigan Congressman Dan Kildee, and the one that his puppet, Melissa Mays, let them see that we know and the truth is coming out. They would have you believe that this crisis took place when Flint, Michigan switched from Detroit water over to Flint water. This has been going on for years and years. The switch from Detroit water to Flint water had nothing to do with this at all. Nothing to do with this. This is all because of General Motors and a site that they own, a racer site in Flint, Michigan, which is a toxic waste facility, a dump. And they have been given permission to dump heavy metals, toxins, cyanide into the Flint River and causing cross-contamination. You can see bulldozers, a few here and there, and replacing just some of the pipes in the city of Flint, and it's done just to appease the people. It's not going to fix the problem. No one, the good people of Flint, no one should live here anymore. Flint needs to be evacuated, and evacuated now. These heavy metals, these toxins, everywhere there is a break in the main, we're getting cross-contamination. No one should live in Flint, Michigan. It should have been evacuated a long, long time ago. I want to share with you now a video from Katrina of Project Flint, and she asked that everyone share this out and make it go viral. She's going to bring you the truth on what's really happening in Flint, and it touches my heart because, you know, our ministry and outreach to the homeless is in the city of Flint, and homelessness now in Flint, Michigan is at an epidemic level. Those that still had a home refused to pay for the water. They didn't pay their water bill because they couldn't use the water. So the city condemned their homes, claiming it's unsanitary. And now we have an epidemic now of homelessness. Agenda 21. Let me share Katrina's video with all of you.
I have my earpiece in and I'm holding it because it's very windy outside. I am going to wait a minute for a couple people to watch, and once I see that we have some people, I'm going to ask that everybody share this video out everywhere, because it's really important that you guys share this video out. What I am about to say is very difficult, and before I say it, I am going to give a forewarning of what some people in power are going to do to combat this type of a message. So if you guys could please share this video. Before I say anything, you guys got to know that people like Dan Kildee, and I will go ahead and say once again, people like Melissa Mays, who is working for and under people like Dan Kildee, the congressman, and I wrote some things down. This is such a hard thing to say that I really do have to read from it. I ask that you guys listen to it all from start to finish and be patient with me. So after a message like this, because this has happened before, there are going to be messages given from higher sources, higher powers that be, to try and combat this and make it seem like everything is just fine, to make it seem like what I'm saying isn't true. They're going to try and dilute and minimize the message, so please be forewarned in advance to watch for that. I'm saying it right now, that this is going to be combated against, okay? So I'm letting you guys know right now, and I'm asking you to share this out, okay? I'm going to start with this. If you look up the word Holocaust online, the definition of it is destruction or slaughter on a mass scale. The Romans used it. They poisoned their water with lead, and they even used it as a form of birth control, and it was successful. Okay. You guys have to understand a lot of the things here that are going on in Flint. Okay. I'm going to start with a strike that happened just on this road right next to me 19 years ago to this month of June 23rd in 2017. The largest General Motors strike since 1970 was held right here on this street, right on that road. And this strike cost General Motors $2 billion in profit because it lasted for so long. And it resulted in all across the country, sales and work had to be halted because Flint, Michigan, the people in Flint, Michigan striked so hard and they striked so long that General Motors lost $2 billion in profit. Okay, so that's really important history to know that. 19 years ago to this month, this happened right here on this road. And it led right to, it stopped right here where you see that tower. There's a thing that goes over the street. They stopped right there and they striked. The Flint workers did. Okay, so the thing about Flint, Michigan is that Flint, Michigan is so toxic that they should have evacuated this city years ago. They should have evacuated the city like 1989, let's just say. So nobody really should be living here. Nobody should live here with what is here. Racer is a super fun site up off of Coldwater and Dort. It's that site that I told you guys that if you're wondering what I'm doing, it's windy outside, so I'm holding this to my face. This super fun site houses millions of gallons of toxic waste, arsenic, cyanides, heavy metals, thousands and thousands of toxins that are leaking into downstream, because it's up on a hill and it's leaking down into Flint. Not only is it leaking, but it has been approved. Okay, so I want to give you guys the right information, so I got to look at the notes. I have seen the documents, not right now, but eventually here soon, today or tomorrow, we will post them and share them with you guys, okay? Just hang tight and be patient with me, y'all, okay? Gotta find the right... This racer site that I'm telling you guys about, okay? Our federal government owns this racer Superfund site. Our federal government owns this racer Superfund site that houses this toxic waste, okay? This site is currently for sale. It's for sale, just like Kettering, that Chevy in the Hole, that big Superfund site over there was for sale, and they sold it. They sold that Superfund site of Chevy in the Hole to Kettering for $1. Kettering used to be GMI, General Motors Institute. They changed the name to Kettering. They essentially sold it back to the exact same people for $1. And so basically, they're trying to sell this racer Superfund site to wash their hands clean from the responsibility of what is happening right now. Okay, so right before the switch of the water, there's paperwork showing that they gave permission. There's this organization or whatever it's called. What's the name of it? O'Brien and Jean. O'Brien and Jean. In December of 2014, they filed an application requesting permission to dump this toxic waste into Flint, Michigan's sanitary lines, into their sanitary sewer system, okay? So the pipes in Flint, Michigan are not the main issue. The lead in the pipes are not the issue, because the toxic waste that they have been dumping from this Racer Fund site, they've been dumping heavy levels of unfiltered, unprocessed lead, okay, and it's been cross-contaminating into the pipes, into these people's homes since before the water switch. The city of Flint, Michigan, the city and the state and the MDEQ approved for them to do this. They approved for this toxic waste site. There's overflowages when it rains outside. They have approved for them to dump this into the city of Flint, Michigan's sanitary sewage, okay? I'm going to read a little bit for you guys here, what I've written down. I usually don't do this. I speak straight from the heart, but this is very pressing information. I'm asking every single one of you guys to share it. The pipes are not the main concern here in Flint, Michigan. The lead levels are coming from the sanitary sewer and cross-contaminating the drinking water. The lines above the sanitary lines, okay? So the lines go like this. This is the water. This is the water. This is the sewage, the sanitary sewage lines. All it takes is a break in the mains. Over these years, there have been tons of these breaks in the mains for that to cross-contaminate. And that's exactly what has happened, okay? If they switch the pipes here in the city, they're only switching these pipes to appease the people. It's not going to fix the problem. It's not going to give them good water. It's not. They have approved to dump toxic waste. They have literally been dumping toxic waste into the sanitary sewage lines here in the city, unfiltered and unprocessed. About 1999 is when they stopped filtering it. Before that, they would dump it, but they would filter the heavy metals and all of the toxins out. They stopped doing it. They approved for this to happen right before the emergency manager came in and approved for the switch. Before they switched the water, they made sure that it was extra poisonous. Then they went and switched the water. Okay, they dumped, and let me read to you, listen to this. 5,000 gallons for 1 to 5 days at a time, every 3 to 5 months has been approved since 1999 of unfiltered and uncleansed toxic poison from this Racer Superfund site to be dumped into Flint, Michigan, that is owned by our federal government. Our federal government repossessed and retook that Racer Fund site that was General Motors when they bailed General Motors out of bankruptcy, okay? General Motors was bailed out of bankruptcy, and our government took on the Superfund site, and now they're trying to sell this one too, so somebody else has the responsibility of it. Again, what I'm saying here is that they know. It's a distraction. The water is not good. And even if they switch the water over to the Great Lakes Authority under the stupid contract for 30 years, they're trying to pin them for 30 years. No matter if they get the KWA pipes in here, it doesn't matter what they do. Flint is toxic. They should have evacuated this city a long time ago. Nobody should be living here. Not a single person should be living in this city. And
Flint, Michigan, nobody. I take this to heart. Nobody should be living here. It's hell. It's hell on earth. Agenda 21. Population control. Flint. The one that gave the okay. That signed off to allow this toxic waste dump for the waste, the toxins, the heavy metals, the cyanide to be dumped into the Flint River was former President of the United States, Barack Obama. Thanks for watching. like this video and please share this video out, make it go viral. And subscribe to my channel, click on the little bell icon in the upper right hand corner and get notifications. Thanks for watching. Leave me comments.